It's a great privilege to be asked to come and take your pass-off parade today. You have produced a very fine parade and should be justifiably proud of your efforts. And I'm sure your parents and those other members of your families who are here also are also proud that you've passed out today. I'd also like to thank the Lowland Band of the Scottish Division for making their long trip south to make such an impression during this special day for you all. Passing any course is an achievement, for be in no doubt that it takes courage and resilience to see it through to a successful conclusion. There may well have been occasions when the easy option beckoned, a hot bath, a warm bed, a few beers with friends, but instead you were faced with the unexpected, living in the field for the first time and fending for yourself, realizing that you were part of the team and the importance of your friends when not everything went quite as well as you had expected. Why is this so? It is easier to cope with the unexpected when you get older. But at your age, most of what you have done here would have been new and unseen. The ability to know exactly what was round the corner was not part of the game plan. Quite right, for it gives life that extra bit of spice and excitement. Catterick, Harrogate, Minley Manor will pose similar apprehensions which you must come to terms with. There is nothing wrong with being apprehensive. It usually means you approach the task in hand in a much better frame of mind, confident and focused on what you have to achieve. Soldiering is an honourable profession. It has appealed to countless generations over the years because it offered adventure, a chance to see the world, and most importantly, it allowed you to grow up and mature. You have now completed phase 1 of your training. Catterick, Harrogate, Gibraltar Barracks beckons. As I've already said, this may cause some anxiety and even apprehension. However, this is a healthy approach, for he that is too overconfident usually falls off the log. Catterick, and I now concentrate principally on the infantry, concentrates on the pivotal skills of the infantry soldier: weapon handling, fieldcraft, and fitness. Once you have mastered these skills, you will be ready to join your battalions. Even so, it will take you a year to really settle down. This is not a criticism of you, nor of your training staff here at Bassingbourn, whom you have much to thank for. But it is my experience that soldiers of whatever cap badge take a year to fully find their feet, to fill out physically. Some of you are still young and you need to generally mature. Where is this taking us? I suggest it boils down to one thing, and that is operational service. That is what I hoped you joined for, the chance to go overseas with your regiment and serve on active duty. Elements of the Army have been on active service almost continually since 1945, and these range in your memory from the Falklands through to the Gulf, including Northern Ireland and Bosnia. What will operational service do for you? I will hope it will enable you to test yourself against your character and your training. You will be surprised how well you do. And however nervous and apprehensive you are, remember that those standing alongside you will be feeling exactly the same. Those who say otherwise are deluding themselves. This feeling will be with you when you join your regiments, for be in no doubt it is a major step. The important thing is that although you will still continue to experience the unexpected, you will be completing your training to be a combat soldier, whether that's an infantry soldier, a combat engineer, or a signaller. And the purpose of training is to so prepare you that whatever you are faced with, you have seen, you have been subjected to, and completed during your training. And a soldier who is prepared is far more able to give of his best. When you arrive in your Phase 2 centre, you will be taught, amongst other things, to fire platoon weapons and to understand their characteristics. to be proficient in fieldcraft and minor team tactics, and to be fit. And that applies equally to those of you who are going on to be engineers and into the Royal Corps of Signals. These three skills can be represented in another way: knowledge, common sense, and fitness. Knowledge is straightforward. You either know what you are about or you do not. In other words, do you understand what you have been taught? Common sense is the application of that knowledge. Soldiering in itself is not complicated, but it does require soldiers who can apply that knowledge sensibly and with confidence. And finally, fitness, which is not about how fast you can run, but more to do with your resilience. Are you robust? In other words, can you keep going when you are cold, wet, short of sleep, and knowing that your very life and those of your fellow men depend upon it? These skills are the pivotal skills of soldiering, which you will be taught at your Phase 2 training centres. They represent your next challenge, and your aim from now on is to make sure that you are in the same position in 12 or 35 weeks' time, depending on where your Phase 2 training is. There is still a lot to learn, but the three skills I have mentioned form the bedrock on which all else depends. Best of luck to you all and to your families, whose courage and resilience can also be put to the test just as much as yours when you are far away from home on active service.